Hey everybody, welcome back to Epic Beauty Fail. I'm Jessica. On today's video, we're going to be doing a full review of a bunch of CoverGirl products. Now, this is not sponsored. I didn't get any of these in PR at all. I don't get any PR. This is all products that I purchased. I actually picked them up at Rite Aid. They were in a haul from February, I think. And basically, they had all of their CoverGirl stuff on buy one, get one 50% off. So I went a little crazy and bought a bunch of stuff. I bought a full face, with the exception of eyeliner. I don't seem to have any eyeliner, but I don't always wear eyeliner anyway, so that's just fine. I also bought this mascara, which is the CoverGirl Supersizer by Lash Blast, which says it's 400% corner-to-corner volume. However, I went through my collection, my makeup collection, and I found that I already have two CoverGirl mascaras open. I have this one, which is the Total Tease, and then this one, which is the Clump Crusher. So given that I already have two open CoverGirl mascaras, I am not going to open that one. So if you were curious as to what the Supersizer mascara, how that one worked, I'm sorry. I will have to give that a try in the future. I'm going to be using one or both of the ones that I already have open. So there we go. So we're going to go ahead and start. Now, I will say this. Some of these products I have already been trying. For example, I've already been trying the two eyeshadow palettes. This is the True Naked Chocoholic and the True Naked Peach Punch. And I've also been using the CoverGirl, what is this called? The Ultrafine Brow Pencil in Soft Blonde. Those two products I've already been using, and you guys have already seen my CoverGirl True Blend Matte Made Full Day Wear Test Foundation review on this right here, so you've already seen that. I also picked up another foundation, which I have in my box for foundation reviews, so that is not going to be part of this video. But the rest of these products are all new to me. So let's go ahead and get started. First of all, I do have this primer. This is the True Blend Base Business Skin Primer in Illuminating. So this is what it looks like. Okay. All right, it does not have a safety seal, but you can tell it hasn't been squirted out, which is good. I'm just going to squirt a little bit on my fingers here. Oh, it's definitely got like a pearlescent sheen to it. I'm just going to dab it on my face here. I probably got too much out. It does have a scent, and that's one of my concerns. Is I'm worried that a lot of these products are going to have a scent to them. No, I don't know. I don't use a lot of CoverGirl products, and honestly, one of the reasons why I decided to go ahead and pick these up was because CoverGirl recently went cruelty-free, which I think is very good for anyone to do. So I am not a solely cruelty-free makeup user. I will use products that are not from cruelty-free brands, but I definitely do support cruelty-free brands when I can. And a lot of, I mean, I don't buy a lot of products that are not from cruelty-free brands. So, I mean, even like Wet n Wild and Physicians Formula, they're cruelty-free brands as well, and they're in the drugstore. So, all right. I think Elf is too. Is that right? Is Elf cruelty-free? Okay, I will say that it's definitely illuminating, and my hands look like they have highlighter all over them. I'm not sure if the camera will pick that up to the detail that it would need to, but it really looks like my hands have highlighter all over them. So it is definitely illuminating, but that's okay. It doesn't hurt me none. In fact, it'll probably help me. So I think it's kind of pretty. I don't know. Who knows? All right. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and go into foundation. This is the CoverGirl True Blend Matte Made Foundation. I'll be honest, it wasn't my favorite foundation. I think it looked really nice on most of my face, but my chin, where my problem area is, my chin is definitely a problem area for me. I did not like the way it looked on my chin by the end of the day. For most of the day, it was okay, but by the end of the day, it was not so good. Now, this is in the shade L15, I believe. Yeah, L15. And this is the only product that I actually got at Ulta. So I'm going to go ahead and use my Sigma F80 flat top kabuki brush. I will tell you that some of the brushes that I'm going to use today are probably going to be dirty, this being one of them. I used to be in the habit of only using a brush once and then washing it, and that's actually probably better for me. Probably not so good for the brushes themselves, but better for me and my skin. Since the beginning of 2019, I have been making a real effort to wear more makeup. So because I'm wearing makeup more often, I'm not washing my brushes after every use. So I don't think I mentioned at the beginning of this video, but this video is going to be both a first impressions, and if you stay around till the end of the video, I will be filming a couple of weeks from now, actually. I'm going to be wearing this makeup for the next 3 weeks, and at the end of 3 weeks, I will be doing an update on what I thought of these products. So stay tuned to the end of the video. I'll probably look completely different with different hair, different clothes, maybe. I don't know. Sometimes I wear the same shirt once every 3 weeks. I don't know. Whatever. But I will probably be looking different in the second half of this video. If you just want to know what my final thoughts are after using these products for 3 weeks, I will leave a timestamp in the description down below of when you can start to see my, post-use review of these products. So this foundation, I honestly really like the way it looks on my skin. I'm having a little bit of problems with the way it's sitting on my nose, but that's almost every foundation. So it's looking just a little streaky on my nose. Okay. Yes. Anyway, this foundation, I really liked the way it looked the first time I wore it. This is only the second time I'm wearing it, but I really liked the way it looked in my first impression video when I first put it on. It's just that after so many hours, I think it was in the very first check-in, I was really having some problems with my chin. So we'll see how it goes as I wear this over the next couple of weeks, if my mind changes on this foundation. So, all right, we're going to stop there. Next up, I did get a concealer. This is the Vitalist Healthy Concealer in 775 Fair. Go ahead and open this up. I got some products from this Vitalist Healthy line. I actually do have the CoverGirl Vitalist foundation. I did a review on it in 2018. Honestly, I don't think I liked it very much. I can't remember. I try out so many foundations. If you're new to my channel, I do Foundation Friday every Friday, and then last year in 2018, I was actually doing 5 days of foundation. The first 5 days of foundation, or first 5 days of every month, I was doing foundation reviews. So, all right. So this is the CoverGirl Vitalist Healthy Concealer. It actually doesn't say the shade on the package, which is kind of upsetting. This is a brush tip, so you squeeze it up. Maybe? Oh yeah, it is going up. Okay. So I can actually see, because there's an air bubble in here, I can actually see it going up, which is kind of good. And you can see the bottom coming up too, now that it's actually up there. I don't want too much to come out, that's my problem. The anticipation, there it's going, okay. How many more clicks do I need? I think that's it. The brush itself is full of foundation, it just hasn't come out the top yet. So I think we're gonna go with that. See, this is one of my biggest problems with drugstore foundations, especially. The coloring. Now, I will say that this foundation is just fine, but this concealer is very yellow. And I'm not sure that that's going to look really very good with my rosy undertones. So let's see. All right, I honestly don't feel like that did much of anything. I don't feel like that's super coverage. So if you don't like light coverage on your under eyes, you probably won't like this. But for me, it actually works really well. I don't need a lot of color coverage on my under eyes. I just don't. So, all right, I do have this powder. I want to go ahead and use this real quick before my under eyes set. This is the CoverGirl Vitalist Healthy Powder in 710 Classic Ivory. I am going to go ahead and, this has a shade to it as well, and I'm very concerned that this is much darker. But I actually saw another YouTuber, I'm not going to mention who, but I saw another YouTuber who said that this was comparable to the Charlotte Tilbury powder. I have the Charlotte Tilbury powder and I really like it. So let's see how this does on my nose, because that will probably be a good indication to me whether it is really a Charlotte Tilbury dupe or not. I would say definitely not a Charlotte Tilbury dupe. Is it okay? Sure. Now it's definitely, I don't know if you guys can tell it that quickly. I can tell here in the mirror. And again, I don't know if under the lights it's going to show up very well on the camera, but it's definitely darkening the foundation just a hair, which is okay because this foundation is actually probably a little bit light for me. But I normally don't wear powders that darken me up just because I oftentimes find it difficult to get foundation shades that are light enough for me. This one's not too bad. This powder, I mean, isn't too bad. I'm gonna say this though, my nose is starting to itch, which isn't a good thing. I gotta do a better job. I'm thinking that I need to stop putting so much powder on my chin, and that might help that problem area. If you guys know anything about that and want to leave me some feedback down below, please do. I don't feel like powder does much of a problem on my forehead and my cheeks, but my chin, because it is a problem area that does have a tendency to crease and break up very easily, I'm thinking that I might have to stop wearing powder on my chin. I don't know. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comment section down below. Okay, that's not bad. It's definitely not a Charlotte Tilbury dupe. But as an all-over face powder, honestly, my favorite face powders for my favorite face powders right now are Physicians Formula powders. And first impression, like right after putting it on, it's hard for me to say whether I like this or not because I don't know how it's going to wear throughout the day. And that's really the indicator for me, is how it's going to look as the day goes on. I think for now, it's doing a pretty good job of blurring my nose a little bit, not terrifically, but a little bit. But I feel like on my cheeks, I feel like it's actually settling into my cheeks a little bit. Not bad. I don't know. I will let you know in the latter part of this video, once I get to that 3 weeks from now, what my thoughts are. Okay, next up. Oh, I was like, am I done with my face already? I do not have a setting spray because they did not have one at my Rite Aid. I don't know if CoverGirl even makes a setting spray, but I went to 3 different Rite Aids in my town because I have 3 in my town. I live in Pennsylvania. If you don't know, Rite Aids are actually headquartered in Pennsylvania. So I actually have 3 of them in my little town, and none of them had setting sprays. So I'm not sure if they do or not. I'm going to be using this CoverGirl True Blend Serving Sculpt palette. This is in 510. I think this is the medium one, medium dark. Yeah, so this one is for the medium and deep skin tones. Honestly, I picked this one up rather than the light to medium because I liked the tones in this palette better. I can't remember what it was exactly. I think that it might have been the blush. It might have been the blush. I didn't like the shade of the blush maybe, or maybe the highlighter was a different shade. I'm not sure. I know that they were different shades. They were absolutely different shades. If I can find them online, I will put pictures of them here beside my head with both the light medium and the medium dark. But I picked the medium dark one up, even though I normally wouldn't even go near a medium dark palette just because I am so fair. But there was just something when I held them side by side that made me gravitate towards this one. So the only shade I think I might have problems with is the contour shade, because it is definitely deeper and it's warmer than I wouldn't call this a contour shade. I would definitely call this a bronzing shade. So I did tap my brush off. I'm actually going to tap it on the back of my hand as well, just to be sure, because this is the first time I'm using it, that I'm not going to run into a problem of having it be too deep on my skin tone. So I actually feel like that powder maybe is making me look deeper. I mean, it's possible. I definitely do run into problems with some foundations that they do oxidize, but I don't remember this foundation oxidizing from my first impression video. I don't remember that being a problem. So I don't know if that's the powder. I definitely feel like that under eye concealer though is definitely more yellow than I'm used to. All right. So as far as that shade goes, I mean, I'm not putting it on super heavy-handed. I think it looks really nice. So, and let's be honest, I looked at the light and the dark shades. This is not, maybe I'm wrong, but this is not super deep anyway. So I don't really think that CoverGirl is doing much in the way of like helping people with darker skin tones when it comes to their contouring palette. But I could definitely be wrong. Maybe if you used a heavier hand, it would definitely deepen you up. But me, because I'm using such a light hand, and I need to, especially with this bronzer shade, I might just be, you know, doing okay because I'm using a lighter hand. All right, I'm gonna go into this blush, which I think is absolutely beautiful. It's almost like a purple tone, and I think it's gorgeous. I just think it's gorgeous. So it's definitely powdery. And I am using a dual fiber brush, so that doesn't help with it being powdery for sure. I found that dual fiber brushes definitely pull up the powder a lot more than like if I would use a regular powder or blush brush. I think that's pretty. I really, if I remember correctly, it was the blush shade that really drew me in on this palette over the light medium. And this is definitely not a blush that you have to be worried too much about when it comes to like being too heavy-handed. At least I don't feel like it is. Now, granted, I am using a dual fiber brush, which is going to be a little bit more forgiving than if I was using a different blush brush. But okay, I think that's a pretty blush. And like I said, I think if I'm remembering correctly, that's the reason why I bought this palette over the light medium is the blush shade. So I think that's pretty. Okay, moving on. I could just keep adding it. I'm going to go into the highlighter. The highlighter looks like it's kind of glittery, which I'm a little concerned about because I don't like having just like straight up glitter on my face. So let's see. No, it's not bad actually. That's actually pretty. I don't know why I'm sounding like surprised by that. I'm a little bit concerned because I feel like my face keeps getting darker. Now it is, you know, mid-afternoon when I'm filming this video. It is 3:50 right now. So it is mid-afternoon. So I'm not going to have this makeup on all day anyway. I am planning on filming a couple of more videos. So if you've already seen this look and these clothes and everything else a couple weeks ago, by the time this video posts a couple weeks ago, you'll know why, because I'm planning on filming more videos today. So, all right. As far as that goes, I really like that. But I like these types of palettes, the little face palettes that have the bronzer blush highlighter. I really like these palettes from almost everybody. I've got like in my drawer, I gravitate towards these. So I like that. I don't think any of them I don't think any of the shades are like really crazily in your face. Could I have used the bronzer heavier and used the blush heavier and put more highlighter on? Yes, I could. But not for how I prefer to wear my makeup, and I think it looks okay. I think it looks nice actually. I think it looks nice. Okay, moving on. I did pick up this right here, which is the CoverGirl Lid Lockup in 100 Universal. This is a eyeshadow primer. I'm not sure that I have any eyeshadow primers from the drugstore. So I'm going to go ahead and give this a try, maybe. If I can get it open. There it goes. Okay. All right, so it is like a cream shade. I was worried that it might be white, but it is a cream shade. Okay. Okay. Blend that in my lid. It is very sticky. Does anybody use this and think it's very sticky? It is like super sticky. I'm not sure that I like that very much. I feel like my lids are sticking together. That's not good. Okay, this I'm not sure about. I will let you know in the second part of this video what I think. Okay, my lids are sticking together. These palettes I am loving. They actually have a smell. The chocolate smells like chocolate. The peach smells like peach. Of course, I'm sure you figured that out. I like to smell them together. I think they smell very, very nice when you hold them together. I mean, they smell nice separate as well, but I think they smell really nice when you hold them together. I have already tried these a couple of times. This one is the Chocoholic palette. And then this one is the Peach Punch palette. I sort of gravitate more towards the Peach Punch palette just because I do normally like peaches and pinks and purples, that sort of thing on my lids. But I think that there's definitely some shades in the Chocoholic palette that are absolutely beautiful. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take a blending brush. I'm going to actually go into the Chocoholic palette. I'm going to take that little sponge out. Go into the Chocoholic palette, this shade right here. They do not have names. And I'm going to set that primer with that pale shade real quick. See if that helps the stickiness at all. All right, so I'm going to tell you, because I've tried these out already a couple of times and I'm going to continue to try them out for the next couple of weeks, I will tell you that I personally, I think I already mentioned this, gravitate towards the peach because these are more shades that I like to wear on my lids. I like this one as well. I would say they're both pretty good. I'm going to give you a final review a couple weeks from now though. So hold off till the end of the video and see what my final review is after a couple weeks of using these, a couple weeks more of using these because I've already been using them for a couple weeks already. I will let you know more thoughts then, but in my early impressions of these, I am liking both of them. I would say that you could pick either one of them up. You don't necessarily have to get both of them. I just picked them both up because I liked both of them. And it was buy one, get one 50% off. So I was like, okay, well, I'll buy one and I'll get one 50% off. So that's what I ended up doing. And sorry, I'm going into the lighter brown shade here in the Chocoholic palette that is beside the cream shade that I just set my primer with. I'm just going to go in with my crease brush or what is it? Yeah, my crease brush, and surprisingly put that in my crease. If you've been watching my channel recently, you'll know that I've been having some issues with my right eye and makeup just blending well on my right eye. It started a couple months ago. I don't know what happened, but I've been having issues with it shades blending on my right eye. I can use the exact same eyeshadow shade on my right eye and my left eye, and it will blend much better on my left eye than my right eye. So if you are seeing anything and you're like, Jessica, what are you doing as far as your blending job on your right eye? That's why. I just have issues on my right eye with it blending. So, all right, I am trying to decide what look I want to go for. I don't want to go too dark. Actually, I want to look at this one. This shade right here, it looks like it's actually broken. I haven't used this shade yet. I'm going to show you what happened when I ran my finger through it. I'm hoping the camera will pick that up. Do you see how chunky that got? The shade right here. got super chunky. I don't know what's going on with that. It actually looks like it's broken. Okay, well, it's a super pretty shade. There it is. I'm not going to use it on my lids today because it is a darker shade, and I'm not going for a super dark look today. Like I said, I'm not really, I don't know, it's like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So I'm not going to be going for a super dark look. I'm just going to be filming a couple of other videos, but it's a pretty shade. I'm just a little concerned with the way that it's sitting in the palette. It looks like it's going to like break. That's weird. Okay. Well, besides that shade, that's super pretty, just not sure how well it's going to work. I think I'm going to go, so these are definitely darker shades. I'm going to put this aside because I know I'm going to go for lighter shades right now. And like I said already, I gravitate more towards the pinks. If I would go back and say I'm not filming a video, I just am looking for an eyeshadow palette, I would pick up just the peach one because I do gravitate towards these colors. If you gravitate towards the Chocoholic colors, I would say definitely pick that up. But I gravitate towards like peaches and pinks and so forth. So that is why I would definitely pick this one up, I think, just because, you know, these are the shades that I normally would wear on my lids. So I'm putting this peach shade right here on my lids. And like I said, I'm not spending a whole lot of time with my eyeshadow look just because I've already been trying out these palettes and I know that they're not a bad palette. So I think they retail for around $15, I think, something like that. All right, I'm going to take this Luxie Precision shader and I'm going to go into the pink shimmer here on the end, and I'm going to actually put that all over my lid. All right, I'm actually just going to color switch my brush, and then I'm going to go into this peachy shimmer right here, and I'm going to just go over that pink with that peachy shimmer. All right, and all that really did is it made it a little bit more gold toned because it does have like the peachiness in it. It just made my eyes look a little bit more gold toned. So, all right, I'm going to go into I'm actually going to go back over into the Chocoholic palette, and I'm going to take a pencil brush and go into this dark brown right here. And I'm going to run that along my lower lash line, and then I'm probably going to put some of that in my outer corner as well, just to tie it all together. All right, I'm going to take my defined crease brush, go into that dark brown, no, whoops, wrong palette, go into the dark brown in the Chocoholic palette, and I'm just going to put a little bit of that in my outer V just to deepen it up a little bit and tie it into my lower lash line. Okay. All right, I think that's going to be it for my eyeshadow palettes. Like I said, from using these for a couple weeks now, I would say that they're both really good. If you like one of the shades, I'd say if you have a coupon or something, pick it up. They're not bad. They're not bad shadows at all. All right, I'm going to go ahead and do my brows real quick. I've actually been using this brow product for a couple of weeks now when I'm filming this, and it'll be a couple of weeks more by the time this video posts. I would almost be willing to bet that this is going to be gone by the time I do my second half of my video, because it does seem like I go through a lot of this every time I use it. So there's that. I don't remember exactly how much this costs, but it is just a really tiny pencil. So I find that I'm going through it fairly quickly. So, all right, I'll be right back. All right, I forgot to put mascara on. So I'm not sure. What I might do is do one on one eye and one on the other. I have these two mascaras, like I said. That one just fell over. This first one I'm going to put on is the Total Tease. Maybe I'll put this on. I'm not real sure. I'm not even sure how long I've had this open, to be honest with you. So it might not be very good. And I'm not liking the way this brush is. So maybe I won't put this on. Okay, I don't think I'm going to use this one just because it's really clumping up pretty badly. I'm going to go ahead and use the Clump Crusher. See how this one goes. All right, let's try this one. All right, I really like the way that one looks. I don't know why I didn't wear it anymore. I like that. All right, I'm looking around my table to see if there's any other products. I do have a lip product. This is actually a vitamin infused balm in the shade Soda. Still taped shut. Okay. Okay, so it is, okay, I expected it to be a lighter shade than what it's ending up looking like it's going to be, but go ahead and put it on. Okie dokie. I think it's a pretty shade. It's in the shade Soda. Did I already say that? Number 7, Soda. It's a little bit darker than I expected it to be. Like I said, I expected it to be, well, I expected it to really be this shade, not metallic, of course, but a lighter pink than what it is showing on the bottom. And, you know, that's my fault. I thought it was going to be a little bit lighter shade, but I think it's okay. All right, so first impression, I like the eyeshadows. The foundation is holding up a little bit better than my first time I put it on. The powder is okay. It's a little bit too dark for me, I think, and I think I have the lightest shade. The contour kit, I really enjoyed this a lot. I love these little kits, though. The primer, I don't know. You know, I don't know. Primers are almost impossible to really give a good assessment of. I really like the Clump Crusher mascara. I think it's pretty. Is it very like curling? No, but is it, I don't know. It's definitely a dark mascara. I don't know. I guess I'm used to having mascaras that will actually curl my hair, or yeah, curl my lashes, and this one doesn't seem to be doing it, but I think it looks nice. The primer was very sticky. The eye primer was very sticky, and the brow product, I like it enough, you know. So anyway, that is my first impression of all these products. Stay tuned, and I will let you know what my thoughts are after using them for a few weeks.
All right, everybody, welcome back. I am filming this part of the video several weeks. Actually, it's probably been close to 2 months after I filmed the original videos. Let me look real quick. I'm sure I can figure it out. It's been over a month. So, okay, it hasn't been quite 2 months, but it's been over a month that since I filmed the first part of the video, which you've already seen, and I have all of the CoverGirl products in front of me that I used and I put on in the original video. I can't even remember filming that video, to be honest with you. It's been that long. But I want to talk a little bit more in depth about each of the products that I used, which ones I am really enjoying, which ones I am not liking so much. And there's actually a couple of products that I've decided I really do not like, and there are specific reasons for that. So I'm going to start with the products that I didn't like because there's only 2 of them. Now I have a total of 11 products here in front of me, and 2 of them I really didn't like. The first one is this mascara. This is the CoverGirl Clump Crusher by Lash Blast, excuse me. I didn't like this. Honestly, the reason why I didn't like it is because I don't feel like it did anything for my lashes. The brush was fine. It's just a regular, like, curved brush. I don't know if the camera is picking that up or not, but I wore this, I'm pretty sure I wore this in that first part of this video that you've already seen, and I just wasn't impressed with it, and I haven't worn it since, to be honest with you. So for me to not like a mascara that much that I don't want to pick it up and wear it again is pretty significant. So I haven't worn it since over a month ago. Today I have a different mascara on. So not my favorite, and I don't even remember why. You probably know because you just watched that part of the video. But I haven't tried this again since that first part of the video. I just didn't like it. The other product that I really was not enjoying at all, and I do have this one on today, is the CoverGirl Lid Lockup. This is from their I think the Vitalist portion of their collection. They have multiple types of like lines within CoverGirl, and I'm pretty sure this is part of the Vitalist line. I could be wrong. This just says CoverGirl Lid Lockup on it. I know some people really love this product. I'm not a huge fan of it for one reason in particular. It is a sticky primer. If you like a sticky eye primer, you would probably really enjoy this. I don't particularly like a sticky primer. In fact, I still feel like my eyelids are sticking together. I know that they're not. Like, I know that they're not. I have a bunch of eyeshadow on my eyes, so I know that they're not sticking together, but I feel like they're sticky. So that's the only reason why I didn't like it. Is it an okay primer? Yeah. Will I continue to use it? Probably. I'm not going to throw it out. That mascara, I'm probably just going to put in my empties box because I don't really like it and I'm not going to wear it again. So the mascara is going to go in the empties box. This I will keep in my collection and I will use it again, more than likely. So, I'm not hating it. It's just not my favorite and I would not buy this again. So next we're going to move on to the items that I are kind of like, they're okay. Yeah, they're okay. I'm going to start with the primer. I tried the CoverGirl True Blend Illuminating Skin Primer. That is what the packaging looks like. And this was just okay. Do I feel like it did anything as far as like lengthening the wear time on my makeup? No. Do I think that it made my foundation look more illuminated or make my face look more alive? Yeah, it's okay. It's not as good as some other primers that I've tried. It's definitely not as good as some like the liquid drops that you would put on your face to make your face look illuminated. It's not that good, but it's not bad. It's not a bad primer. Like, I wouldn't say that I had any issues wearing it. So that's why I'm saying it's okay. Will I use it again? Yes. Is it my favorite? No. But it's not bad. Off the top of my head, the only other drugstore primers that I can even think of that I've tried that I like, I've tried a couple of NYX primers that I have liked. But this isn't bad. I do have it on today. And honestly, the only reason why I'm not looking more illuminated than I would is because of the other products that I have on my face. And we will go right into that right now. I have the CoverGirl True Blend Matte Made Foundation. This is a mattifying, or supposed to be a mattifying foundation. I did a whole review on this, and honestly, I can't remember what my full day wear test was. I'll put that in the description bar down below. I have worn this several times since I did the full day wear test, but I have not worn it for an entire day. So I think the maximum that I've worn this since my full day wear test was maybe 3 or 4 hours. I haven't worn it for the entire day though. And there's a very good reason for that. This is in the it's okay category because of the fact that I think that this was breaking me out. Yeah, because I tried this without the primer and I didn't have as many blemishes with the primer as without, if that makes sense. I think I said that right. I've tried the primer with other foundations and not had blemishes pop out. I do have acne. I know I'm 40 years old. I still get acne. I remember being a teenager and saying, oh, I can't wait till I'm adult so I don't have acne anymore, because I had really bad acne when I was a teenager. But I still get acne as an adult. That's just the way it is. So anyway, this does, I'm pretty sure, break me out. I'm not 100% certain, which is why this is not in my totally get rid of, I don't like category. It's in the okay because I think it looks okay. I mean, it has a good coverage. I'm looking in my mirror down here. I think it has good coverage. It balances out my skin tone. I think it looks pretty nice. Like I said, I can't remember what it looks like at the end of the day. If I remember correctly, I think I might have gotten pretty oily by the end of the day. I might have. But I'll link that video in the description bar down below. The next product that is just okay is the Vitalist Healthy Powder. This is in the shade Classic Ivory. This is a slight like hair too dark for what I would prefer it to be. It does have a shade to it. It's not bad. Actually, I think that this made my foundation look nicer today in particular. I had the foundation on my nose especially. This made my nose look a lot better than just with the foundation because I had the foundation on first and then I put this over top, and this definitely made the foundation look a lot better on my nose than it was looking before I put the powder on. So this is just okay. If you're looking for a powder, I would actually probably recommend this more than the last two products. I don't think it's bad at all. And I'm trying to think of a drugstore powder that I like. I really can't think of one that I would say go out and get that. I honestly though have, oh no, Physicians Formula. But I think this is less expensive than the Physicians Formula. But I personally would tell you to go get the Physicians Formula. Every powder that I've tried from them, I have liked. And liked a lot, actually. So, I just never remember that it's Physicians Formula. Is that just silly? I don't know. Physicians Formula. I really enjoy their powder. This one's not bad, but I really enjoy the Physicians Formula powder. All right. The last of my face products is the concealer. This is the Vitalist Healthy Concealer. This is in the shade, what shade is this in? Does it say? It does not say anywhere on the packaging what shade this is in, but it is the lightest shade. Whatever the lightest shade was, this is the shade. My problem with this is that it's really yellow. So I put it on my under eyes and it's really yellow for me. Other than that, I think it's a fine concealer. It doesn't sink too deeply into my lines. I do have it on today. It doesn't sink too deeply in my lines. It doesn't make me upset with the way it looks. I think it looks just fine, but it is a little bit too yellow for my liking. That's the only reason why it's in the okay category rather than the light category. The Total Tease Mascara. This is in the okay category, not the light category, because of the wand. I like the product. It's on my eyelashes today. I think it made them nice looking. I don't think they look bad at all. I think they actually look really nice. But this brush, not so much. Those little spiky things, that's not good for me. I struggle with this. I have to be very, very careful when I'm putting my mascara on because I want to make sure that I don't hit those little spiky things anywhere else on my face. That's the only reason why it's in the okay category. I like it on my lashes. I think it looks nice on my lashes, actually. Now, do my lashes look fake? No, but I think they look nice. All right, the last five products are in my I like these products. I would recommend you trying them out. So I'm going to start with my brow product. This is the CoverGirl, what is this? The Ultra Fine Brow Pencil in Soft Blonde. I like this. I think the shade is good for me. I think the product's nice. It's really creamy. It goes on really easily. I have no problems using this product in my brows. And you know, overall, I just think it's a nice brow product, and it's inexpensive. Now, there is a less expensive brow product that I like better than this, but I would not hesitate to pick this up again. It's nice. The product is on my lips. This is the Vitamin Infused Balm, and this is in the shade Soda number 7. This is a tinted lip balm, and it is super comfortable. It is more pigmented than I expected it to be. My lips feel just fine. I feel like I have a lip balm on, and that's what it is. I have tried some other tinted lip balms that I have not liked at all. This one I enjoy. I would absolutely consider going back and picking up more of these in some other shades. Now, this is the red shade. I wouldn't hesitate to pick up more of these. If I decide I want some more tinted lip balms, I would definitely take a look at these again. Especially if there was like a buy one, get one 50% off, which my Rite Aid often has, I would absolutely, probably of all of the products here that I tried today, this would be the number one that I would recommend. Number one. I have problems with products on my lips. That is amazing on my lips as far as I'm concerned. Pretty much anything dries my lips out. Gloss, bullet lipsticks, everything dries my lips out. This does not. All right, the next product that I would recommend is the True Blend Serving Sculpt Palette. Now, I got this in the 510 shade. There was another shade that this I think is actually supposed to be for medium skin tone. Does it say medium and deep skin tones is the one that this is supposed to be for? But the one for light medium, I felt like the bronzer was too orange in that. So I didn't pick that one up. I picked this one up, and I'm happy that I did. My biggest issue with this is that the highlighter is very glittery. I don't know if you guys can tell. Probably not. But when I put this on, I actually took my finger and like wiped away the whole top of the highlighter to see if the glitter was just on top. And I will say that it's less glittery underneath the top coat, but there is still some glitter in there. So of these three shades, the one that I dislike the most is that highlighter, because the fact that it's has a lot more glitter than I personally prefer. If you don't mind glitter in your highlighter, then you'd probably be okay with it. And then the last two items are the eyeshadow palettes that I tried out. This is the Chocoholic, and this one is the Peach Punch. They are both really nice. I have a combination of both of them on my eyes today. I have the cream color and then the light brown color in the Chocoholic palette, and it smells like chocolate. It smells good. And then the Peach Punch, I have the matte peach shade here. I have this shimmer pinky shade, this shimmer peachy shade, And that's it, I think. Yeah, that's it. That's it for today. So I have 3 shades from this palette and 2 shades from this palette on my eyelids today. Personally, if you're only looking to buy one, I would just say go with whatever one draws your attention the most. Personally, if I was just picking up one of these, I would pick up the Peach Punch because these are shades that I wear more often. If you wear browns on your lids more often, I would not hesitate to pick up the Chocoholic. Are they the easiest blending eyeshadows that have ever been made? No, but are they workable? Yes. I feel like every look that I've gotten out of them, although it looks very similar because they are like a single hue, I feel like all of the eye looks that I've come up with from these palettes are nice. I have not had any issues with any of them blending. I think I've seen a couple of other people say that they have had issues with, I forget which one, but one of these blending. But for me, they've always blended just fine. I've never had an issue with either one of them. So there you go. Those are my opinions on the best and worst of the CoverGirl brand, at least of the products that I have tried. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up down below. If you haven't already, hit that red subscribe button. And don't forget to hit the little bell to notify you when I upload new videos. And if you have any comments, leave those in the comment section down below. Share with me and everyone else. What are your thoughts on CoverGirl? Are there any products that you absolutely adore from CoverGirl? Or are there any products that you absolutely abhor from CoverGirl? I would love to hear it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next Epic Beauty Fail. Bye!